everybody. Let's try that again. I don't know if you were connected a moment ago, but we disconnected, so we're going to start over because sometimes mistakes happen. So, welcome to the Rockbridge Regional Library's Bookmobile. Have you ever been in here? There is a lot in here. So, this is a very, very cool extension of our library, and I have Mr. Bo here who's going to shortly tell us all about it. But before we get started, why don't we do our hello song? So if you guys remember, we'll go hello, and then these are our friends. They give each other a hug, and then it's time to say hello. We'll do it twice, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello again. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Wonderful. So I have the one, the only, Mr. Bo Cunningham here. He is our bookmobile guy. Hi, Bo. How are you today?
Fine. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm super excited. This week, our story time is investigating the cool things about our library.
Wow.
So, to me, this is one of the coolest things. So, Bo, how long have you been driving the bookmobile?
About 3 years.
Now, what is a bookmobile?
Well, it is a mobile full of books and movies, and we thoroughly enjoy it. Let me show you around real quick.
All right.
This side is for kids and young adults. We have nonfiction in these 4 areas. We have chapter books in this area. We have the picture books, all in these, hundreds of them. We have the movies for children. We have leveled readers, probably 200 books here.
Wow.
And we have a free bookshelf at the bottom in case someone has finds or they would just like to have something they can
take something home.
Yep, keep it at home.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then we have the adult on the other side with similar features and locations.
So that is great. How often does the bookmobile go out, and where does it go?
Well, I've got a schedule, but we go out 3 weeks of every month. We're on the road Monday through Friday, and we go from the northernmost end and almost into Augusta County and Vesuvius, Rapine, Fairfield, to Bath County within 10 miles of West Virginia.
Wow.
So it travels all over the 2 counties every 3 weeks of every month.
Wonderful.
And it is very enjoyable. We have a lot of people that come on in different locations with a lot of needs, and it's a service I feel privileged to provide.
Oh, yes, because one of the cool things also is that this has Wi-Fi in it. So
yes.
If you live out in the remote areas where it might be hard to get the internet, you can always come near your local bookmobile.
Certainly can, yes.
That's awesome. So how many people can be in this bookmobile at one time?
Well, before COVID struck, we sometimes had as many as 30 people on here at once.
Wow.
Families with kids sitting on the floor reading to them, and it was very enjoyable. Because of the situation we're in now, we only allow up to basically 3 people in one family at a time, and there are certain restrictions because a bus is a confined area. It's not even like a normal room, so everyone must wear a mask, and they must, if they're going to touch anything, they have to put the hand sanitizer on.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's pretty much like it was. People can't stay as long because if there are people waiting outside, we give them basically 5 minutes or so to find what they're looking for, so others can come on. Because I'm only at the stops for about 2 hours.
Okay, so at each stop. So how would someone find out what the schedule is for the bookmobile?
Well, it's online.
Okay, on our website.
We have schedules on the bookmobile as people come by. Sometimes they'll just stop and want to see it, so we have schedules available.
Very cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and read a book and get started, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit later.
Cool.
Does that work for you?
Works for me.
All right, I'm going to hand this over to my...
While you're
Lovely.
getting set, I want to show them
Yeah.
how big this steering wheel is. It's really big. So you can see. And then I love the dials.
You know, I just sort of want to sit, when I sing Big Red Bus, see what we mean by the steering wheel part.
Is it hard to drive the bookmobile, Bo?
No, it was challenging at first. I'd never driven anything quite this size.
Yeah. You had to learn a little bit.
Yeah, going after Goshen Pass was pretty.
Scary.
Going through the curves in this thing, but
I bet.
it's a fun thing to drive. I love it.
Oh yeah, I've had to drive a big bus before, and it is scary. Making turns is not, especially Main Street to like
Oh, I know.
Jefferson and all that seems tricky. All right, so before we get started, it's time to warm up. We gotta warm up so that we know, so that we're ready. So we're gonna warm up our feet. We're gonna wiggle them. We're gonna wake them up. So let's get our legs going. And here's how the song goes. 1, 2, 3. Wake up feet. Wake up feet. Wake up feet and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wake up feet. Wake up feet. Wake up and wiggle in the morning. All right, so last time I did this, Rose said, Mommy, can't we wake up our eyes? So let's wake up our eyes. Wake up eyes. Wake up eyes. Wake up eyes and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wake up eyes. Wake up eyes. Wake up and wiggle in the morning. Okay, one more. What should we wake up? How about our wrists? Wake up wrists. Wake up wrists. Wake up wrists and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I see you, Bo. Wake up wrists. Wake up wrists. Wake up and wiggle in the morning. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to hop right to our song that we sing every time we begin to read a book. So if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Now, no ukulele today, so my clapping is going to be super loud. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit real still. There's a cushion on mine. Okay, stay still, guys. Hold it, hold it. And a deep breath in. All right, scoot over. I have a cameo appearance from my daughter Rose, and that, yeah, figured that would make her run. Okay, so the first book. Here, let me give you a. Would that help?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I couldn't resist this book because it actually is. There's a bookmobile in this book. It's called Wild About Books by Judy Sierra, and the pictures are by Marc Brown. And it's brought to us by Alfred A. Knopf. Look at that. Bookmobile. There's Bo. Or someone like Bo. It started the summer of 2002 when the Springfield librarian, Molly McGrew, by mistake drove her bookmobile into the zoo. Molly opened up the door, and she let down the stair, turned on the computer, and sat in her chair. At first, all the animals watched from a distance, but Molly could conquer the strongest resistance.
I think I heard this.
Oh, really? By reading aloud from the good Dr. Seuss, she quickly attracted a mink and a moose, a wombat, an ox, a lemur, a lynx, 8 elephant calves, and a family of skinks. Skinks. In a flash, every beast in the zoo was stampeding to learn all about this new something called reading. Forsaking their niches, their nests, and their nooks, they went wild, simply wild about wonderful books, choosing thin books and fat books and cat-in-the-hat books and new books and true books and heaps of how-to books. Giraffes wanted tall books, and crickets craved small books, while geckos could only read stick-to-the-wall books. And pandas demanded more books in Chinese. Molly filled their requests, always eager to please. She even found waterproof books for the otter, who never went swimming without Harry Potter. Waterproof Harry Potter. Can we put a request in? Raccoons read alone, and baboons read in bunches, and llamas read dramas while eating their lunches. Hyenas shared jokes with the red-bellied snakes, and they howled and they hissed till their funny bones ached. A tree kangaroo, who adored Nancy Drew, began solving mysteries right there at the zoo, such as, why were the bandicoots' books overdue? Bandicoots, excuse me. There's no. Gently, Molly taught lessons in treating books right, for the boa constrictor squeezed critter too tight. Baby bunnies munched up Goodnight Moon with their paws. Giant termites devoured the Wizard of Oz. Don't do that! And Bear's love of books was completely outrageous. They licked all the pictures right off of the pages. No, you can't do that. Definitely don't lick the books. Tasmanian devils found books so exciting that soon they had given up fighting for writing. They made up adventures so thrilling and new that the others decided to be authors too. Pythons wrote with their tails, penguins wrote with their bills, and porcupines wrote with their very own quills. That's convenient. Mice are nice, says the snake. At the new insect zoo, bugs were scribbling haiku. The scorpion gave each a stinging review. Now here's some haikus, guys. Haiku is a type of poem where the lines have certain number of syllables. So this one says, a cannibal twig silently devours a leaf, eating, not eaten. But the scorpion says, pretentious. All right, dung beetle's going to give it a shot. Roll a ball of dung. Any kind of poo will do. Baby beetle bed. Stinks. All right, he doesn't like that one either. Let's see what Millipede's haiku sounds like. I dig for treasure in my enchanted castle. A rotten apple. Boring. And then finally we've got the giant hissing cockroach.
You are joking.
I'm not. Giant hissing cockroach.
What?
His haiku goes like this. Hiss, 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 hiss. Hiss, 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 hiss. Hiss, 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 hiss. Redundant. Yeah, I think he's right on that one.
I agree.
As the cheetah's new novel began to take shape, He read chapters each night to the Barbary ape. And although the gazelle couldn't spell very well, like everyone else, she had stories to tell. Imagine the hippo's enormous surprise when her memoir was given the Zulitzer Prize. Very well done, Hippo. With so many new books, Molly knew what to do. She hired 12 beavers, a stork, and a gnu to build a branch library there at the zoo. Then the animals cried, "We can do it ourselves! We can check the books out. We can put them on shelves." And they did. And they do, up to this very day. 3 cheers for the Zooberry. Hip, hip, hooray! We need a Zooberry. When you visit the zoo now, you surely won't mind if the animals seem a bit hard to find. They are snug in their niches, their nests, and their nooks, going wild, simply wild about wonderful books. The end. So, Mr. Bo, have you ever taken the bookmobile into a zoo?
Not yet.
I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. Very good. Okay, let's see. Now, Bo, I had a couple other questions. So we talked about where does it go. Now, is there anything about this bookmobile that we might be surprised to find out, that we might not know about this bookmobile? A cool feature?
There are some cool features.
It looks like it might be accessible.
Yes, we have handicap accessibility, and we use that from time to time. We also have air conditioning in the summer, which for all of us is a great thing. We have heat in the winter. It's comfortable year round. So
that's amazing.
And
do you know how long this bookmobile has been in service to the library?
Yes, it's since 2015. This is the 5th year.
Oh, fabulous!
And it was originally a school bus that was retrofitted, and it's I think a supervisor in the county, maybe Ronnie Campbell, I believe, was instrumental in getting this bus for the library. And it is, other than the handicapped accessibility, I really can't think of anything. I mean, we do have Wi-Fi, and we typically have 2 computers on board for people to use, but at this point, and the spacing issues, we can't do that. But hopefully we'll be back to that soon too.
Well, that's good to know that even as we go down the road, that eventually we'll be able to use computers on the bookmobile also. Can you guess, or do you know approximately how many books and videos this bookmobile can carry?
Well, the video is probably about 400. Let me get my glasses. When I'm reading, I have to take them off.
Fair. Yeah.
But we probably have, I would say, a couple thousand books.
Wow.
It's quite a collection. It's we're just like any other branch. We order books monthly, and the ones with orange dots, if you look right here, all of these have been ordered and received in the last month or so.
Wonderful.
Plus, people can request anything they want from the other libraries, right?
They can.
You'll bring it to them.
Oh, so when you place a hold, you can say, please deliver to the bookmobile?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep, and people can drop off books coming back to Lexington or any of the other branches when they stop by the bookmobile. So I usually come back in the evening with a box of books to be distributed from Bath to Glasgow and Lexington, University.
That's amazing. This is a really cool service. Well, I found a really fun book that's about a bookmobile, but it's not your typical bookmobile.
Yeah.
The way this bookmobile functions is with an animal. So shall we read this book?
Sounds good.
Let's see. This is called Biblioburro. A burro is like a donkey. And this is a true story from Colombia. It's written by Jeanette Winter. And it comes to us from Beach Lane Books. Deep in the jungles of Colombia, there lives a man who loves books. His name is Luis. I really like this artwork. It's very pretty. As soon as he reads one book, he brings home another. Soon, the house is filled with books. His wife, Diana, grumbles. What are we gonna do? Eat books with our rice? Luis thinks long and hard. At last, an idea pops into his head. I can bring my books into the faraway hills to share with those who have none. One burro could carry books, and another burro could carry me and more books. This sounds like a good plan. Luis buys 2 sturdy burros. He names them Alpha and Beto. He builds crates to hang on their backs, and he paints signs, Biblioburro. Now, Biblio is library, so it's like a library burro, the burro library. Then Diana fills the crates with books. Every week, Luis and Alpha and Beto set off across the countryside to faraway villages in the lonely hills. This week, they travel to El Tormento. When the sun burns high in the sky, Luis and the burros stop at a stream to drink the cool water. After they have their fill, Beto balks. Luis pulls and pulls on Beto's reins, but Beto won't budge. The children are waiting for us, Luis says. At last, the burro gives in and steps across the stream. Deep in the hills, the path is lonelier than ever. Bird songs are the only sounds they hear. Then, from deep in the shadows, a bandit leaps out. Uh-oh. Please, let us pass, Luis says. The children are waiting. The bandit scowls at the books, but he takes one and growls. Next time, I want silver. Give me your silver. So he takes a book instead. I guess that's lucky. The Biblioburro continues on its way, over the hills until at last, Luis sees houses below. The children of El Tormento run to meet him. Luis insists on reading a story before they choose books to borrow. Today, I have a surprise for you, he says. He reaches behind the books. He pulls out a bundle of masks, little piglets. Put on a mask and I'll read you a tale about pigs. Gosh, what do you think he'll read him if it's about pigs? Oh, that's a good guess. Oh, look, you're right. Once upon a time. Oh, there's the big bad wolf. There's the 3 houses. And look at all those little piggies enjoying the story. When the story ends, it's time for everyone to choose a book. The children hold their books close as they say goodbye and walk home. That's exciting. Luis and Alpha and Beto head back over and around the hills, across the grasslands and streams, and into the sunset. And at home, Luis finds his hungry burro, feeds his hungry burros, and Diana feeds her hungry husband. But then, instead of sleeping, Luis picks up his book and reads deep into the night. And far away in the hills, candles and lanterns burn as the children read borrowed books deep into their night, too. The end. Now, I was reading this, and it says he started with 70 books in his Biblioburro, and today it's at 4,800 books. And let's see, he travels the hills every weekend. 300 people, more or less, look forward to borrowing books Louise brings. Isn't that great? So, Bo, if the bookmobile breaks down, you've always got, like, find a burro.
Oh, yeah.
Or a horse.
I usually carry one of them.
Hey, there's horses next door. Maybe those guys can help us out. Okay, so I thought if ever there was a right time to sing a song about a bus, today's the day. Now, this song is called Big Red Bus, but I'm going to call it the Big Blue Bus because we all know this is a blue bus, not a red bus. So, if you recall, the steering wheel in this big blue bus is very big. So let's do this song. You ready? You gonna join me, Rose? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Big red bus. Big. Oh, I did red.
Ah!
1, 2, 3. Big blue bus. Big blue bus. Mini, 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 and a big blue bus. Big blue bus. Big blue bus. Mini, 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 and a big blue bus. Why am I? Oh, wait, that's not right. Oh, I'm so sorry. It has been. Stop, pause, and keep going. Ferrari, Ferrari. Mini, 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 and a big blue bus. Ferrari, Ferrari. Mini, 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 and a big blue bus. Now we go jumbo jets. Jumbo jet, jumbo jets. Helicopter, helicopter, jumbo jets. Jumbo jets, jumbo jets. Helicopter, helicopter, jumbo jets. Hear the rocket. A rocket, a rocket. Helicopter, helicopter, jumbo jet. A rocket, a rocket. Helicopter, helicopter, jumbo jet. Yay! Wow, guys, that's like my favorite song, and I totally, but that happens. Life's not perfect. So, I have one more story to read. Now, I figure if you've come to the bookmobile and you've picked out a book, it's important that you also know how to read a story. So this book, I'm going to sit here, sweetheart. You can switch to that one. Can you switch to that one, please? No, I need to read, so go over there, please. Thank you. Okay. How to read a story. This is by Kate Messner and illustrated by Marc Siegel. This is cute. And it's brought to us from Chronicle Books. All right, step 1. Find a story. A good one. It can have princesses and castles if you like that sort of thing. Or witches and trolls, as long as they're not too scary. Step 2. Find a reading buddy. A good one. A buddy can be older or younger. Or a person your age. Or maybe even not a person at all. Make sure your reading buddy is nice and snuggly, and make sure you both like the book. If you don't agree, go back to step 1. Sometimes it takes a few tries to find just the right book. Step 3. Find a cozy reading spot. Outside is fun, but not if it's very cold, unless you have a thick woolen blankets and hats and scarves and cups of steaming hot cocoa. That looks like actually a good idea. And not if it's too hot, unless you have trees to shade you from the sun, and a harmonica, and a hammock to catch cool breezes, and tall glasses of icy lemonade. Inside is good. Couches are cozy. So are chairs big enough for 2. Just be careful not to get stuck. Oh boy. Whoops. Step 4. Look at the book's cover. Can you guess what it's about? Read the title. That might give you a clue. Let's see. The Princess, the Dragon, and the Robot. Wow, okay. So by looking at the cover, what do we think this is about? A princess and a dragon and a robot. Step 5, open the book. This is the exciting part. Once upon a time. Read the story in a loud, clear voice. Not too slow and not too fast. You can point to words if you like, but you don't have to do that. Step 6. When the characters talk, whatever is being said, say it in a voice to match who's talking. I will save the kingdom. Wait. I am the most powerful in all the land. I'm hungry for lunch. Soon the castle will be mine. Meep. Step 7. No matter what you read, hold the book so your buddy can see the pictures. Buddies get impatient when they can't see well. That's true. Step 8. If there are words you don't know, try sounding them out or looking at the pictures to see what makes sense. They were afraid the dragon would burn down the What does the picture tell us? The castle. That's right, that helped us figure it out. If you need a break, you can pause for a minute and talk to your reading buddy to predict what might happen next. Will the castle catch on fire? Will the princess tame the dragon? Will the robot marry the princess? Will the horse make friends with the dragon? Will the dragon eat them all for lunch? Let's hope not. Step 9. When you get to the exciting parts, make your voice sound exciting too. Who dares disturb me in my cave? The dragon growled. Oh dear, oh no. The robot was so scared all his metal parts rattled. What would they do? But the princess tackled that dragon and held him down. You must promise you'll leave our kingdom in peace. When you and your buddy can't stand it a second longer, turn the page to read how things work out. The dragon promised and decided it was better being friends, and they all lived happily ever after. Sounds like a good book. Step 10. When the book is over, say... What do you have to say at the end of a book? The end! Look, everybody's enjoying it. And then, if it was a really good story, go right back to the beginning and start all over again. The end! I'm going to say the end of this book, too. Very good. So, I think you guys probably know most of that stuff, but it's always good to remind yourselves. So thank you so much for joining us. And Bo, I'm going to come over here to you. Thank you so much for coming, or letting us come onto your bookmobile.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Totally. Right. And so I'm going to give this back to Miss CE, because now that we're leaving the library, the first thing we want to do is wash our hands, right? So let's do tops and bottoms twice. Now don't forget, when it's your turn to wash hands, if you sing this song twice, you've done your 26 seconds of washing, so you're squeaky clean. 1, 2, 3. Tops and bottoms, in between.
You can do it, Mr.
In
Bo.
between. Rub them all together, now they're clean, squeaky clean. Again. Tops and bottoms, in between, rub them all together, now they're clean, squeaky clean. Excellent. Thank you again, Bo.
Thanks
been
for
a
coming.
pleasure. And I'm going to do our goodbye song going out the door. It's the goodbye. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, that's a cool button. There's a button to open the door. Where's the button to open the door? Door switch right there. Very cool. All right, well, see ya later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. See ya soon, big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Underwear. Take care, underwear. Say goodbye, butterfly. Bye, Bo. Bye, bookmobile. Okay, friends, I'll see you next week. Bye.